What's up, guys? So a lot of people have a hard time with Nightblade and ESO, specifically with Stamina Nightblade. So for this new High Isle update, I have worked out a pretty freaking sick build, you guys. And I wanted to share it with you. So basically, how it works, this is super beginner friendly. The skills, pretty standard. We're going to use this lethal arrow as our spammable. We're going to be weaving light and heavy attacks around that. For instance, the highest damage output I've seen is a heavy attack to open, then the lethal arrow, then a light attack immediately after it. I've got the Merciless Resolve and the Dark Cloak. This is going to be used for healing in PvE or stealth in PvP. What this does is it gives you a whole bunch of extra damage. Also, once it's fully charged, it gives you a nice finisher to use. This Camouflage Hunter, you want to always have this because while slotted, you gain Major Savagery and Prophecy. This is a fighter's guild skill. Everything else is pretty standard Nightblade bow. This Toxic Barrage is basically an I win button. And this marking targets is really good, especially in group dungeons. If you mark a target, your teammates will do a lot more damage to it. On my back bar, I've got daggers. Leap forward, mark the target. Camouflage Hunter for the Major Savagery. I like Bloodthirst. I have it slotted to heal me for when I need extra healing in PvE. If you're trying to do a PvP gank build, you'd probably want to slot this for extra damage. Same thing with this Dark Cloak. In PvE, I have it slotted to heal me, but in PvP, you want to have that slotted to make yourself invisible, to make yourself do more sneak attack damage, and also to help get away. Because no matter how good you are in PvP, you're gonna have to be really careful as a Nightblade. This Incapacitating Strike, it's okay, it can knock him down. What it's really good for is, while slotted, you gain Reave. And it doesn't take very much ultimate to use. But this Toxic Barrage ultimate just does an insane amount of damage. So now I'm going to get into the inventory. So on my jewelry and my weapon, I have a 5-piece set of Rattle Cage. This is to gain the Major Brutality and Sorcery, which is increasing weapon damage by 20% is a really big deal. You could also use Drew Slayer, but I don't have Drew Slayer. At some point I want to try experimenting with Drew Slayer instead of Rattle Cage. The Rattle Cage set, it is super easy to get, you guys. All you gotta do, you want to go to, you can go to normal or veteran dungeon. If you can do the veteran, it helps. If you can't do the veteran, you can just do normal and upgrade the pieces, but it's just this dungeon, Vaults of Madness here, and this is a base game dungeon, so pretty easy to do for a newer player. The next set is Plague Break. This is another easy set to get for the newer player. What's great about this set is the disease damage. And this Plague Break set you actually get from PvP rewards, so just doing your PvP dailies, you will get this Plague Break set in the mail. You can also buy this Plague Break set for pretty cheap from the guild stores. The final piece of the equipment is my monster set, which I'm running Falcon Scoria. And it's for that sweet 6,300 flame damage. So basically what this build does, you're stacking 6,000 flame damage, 4,000 disease damage, and then your base attack is doing 8,000 poison damage. So whenever all of your hits proc at the same time, you've got 8,300 plus 6,300, 14,600 plus, so that's 18,000 damage when all of these effects proc at the same time, which, as you can see, I'll show you a little bit in PvE, it's utterly freaking devastating. So you want to keep your buffs up. Heavy attack, poison attack, light attack. Bomb. That's it. Boom. Almost everything in PvE I can kill with either 1 or 2 hits. I very rarely have to even use the second lethal arrow. It's honestly just disgusting. You can also use that finisher. Dead. Easy. You can do the same thing, and I'm not even marking the targets. Honestly, this build is so strong in PvE, you don't even have to use it to its max effectiveness. It's just disgustingly powerful. So, next I'll show you how it performs in PvP. First, I'm going to show y'all a super invaluable trick, you guys. So, never pay crowns to reset your skills. What you do, you go to the Vivic Temple. There is a shrine to respec your skills for gold. So, dear friends, never pay your sweet crowns to respec your skills. I will show you the way. Gonna get this build respec for PvP, then I'll show y'all how it performs in PvP, because honestly, with PvE, unless you're doing the super hard group dungeons, which this build is good enough to do, but unless you're doing the super hard group dungeons, you have a lot of flexibility with your PvE builds. I gotta show y'all this shrine though. If you don't know about it, this will save you a lot of crowns. If you're the kind of person who likes to play around with your skills and respec, check this out, you guys. These 2 shrines at Vivic Temple, this one lets you respec all your attribute points for a minuscule amount of gold. This one, it lets you change your morphs for tiny, and it lets you change your skills for a little bit more. I'm gonna mess with my morphs a little bit. So right now I'm geared for PvE. I'm gonna gear it up for PvP. Super easy. This Bloodthirst, I want that to do more damage in PvP because I want to gank people, right? Then my Shadow. I'm not going to need to heal as much as I'm going to need to be able to escape in PvP. Because I'm not going to be able to out-heal PvP, so gonna do that. That's gonna let us turn invisible and do some ganking. 500 gold, easy. I don't have much gold right now, don't pay attention to that. So now, something I forgot to mention, you guys, was where to get that Falcons set. So for a newer player, you might not know, the monster sets, you get the shoulder plates from the Undaunted coffers. So all you have to do, you do the Undaunted quests, get the Undaunted keys, sell the coffers until you get, or sell the keys for coffers until you get the Valkynscoria shoulder. In order to get the helmet, that's actually probably the single hardest thing to get in the build. You have to do City of Ash 2 on veteran. So, you honestly, what I had to do, my stats weren't good enough to do it until I got the set. I kind of had to get my guild to help me. If you can find a powerful player to tank you through it, the Valkynscoria helmet's kind of hard to get. Honestly.
The point is theirs.
But if you got it,
The point is ours.
dang, I really don't like this freaking domination, you guys. I'm a deathmatch kind of girl. Oh, not today. Oh. Boom. It's so fun to play Nightblade when you have a good team, you guys. If you get put with a team full of bozos and you're trying to play Nightblade, you're gonna have a hard time. Because no matter, this build I'm running now, it's really strong. I'm having a lot of fun with it, but no matter how good you, oh, what the heck? No matter how good your guild is, frickin', if you're a Nightblade, like, trying to solo a player tank, you're gonna have a really hard time. Dang it. That's my slow internet. So that is my newcomers friendly Nightblade build, you guys. Hopefully if you're a new player having trouble getting Nightblade to really work, hopefully this build will help you out. I didn't really go into the champion points or like the food. I like the bewitched sugar skulls. I like to use the poison, especially in PvP. I like this crown lethal poison, get a lot of it. This Valkynscoria, it's gonna be your hardest gear to get. Plague Break, super easy to get. Rattle Cage, super easy to get. So hopefully newer players struggling with getting geared out, this gear setup will be really helpful. I've got mine golded. You don't need to have it gold. Having it purple, more than enough. When it comes to the champion points, honestly, I haven't min-maxed the champion points. One of the most important things that I think is important to focus on here in the extended might, you want to get your offensive penetration up, right? Super important. Here's some penetration, here's some penetration. You want to stack as many points as you can in your penetration. Penetration is going to go a long way to making all of your damage effects hit a lot harder, especially against people like tanks and healers. So, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully this guide was helpful, and maybe I will see you again. Thank you everyone.